Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was once sat in the masjid with his Sahaba. The group of Sahaba was around him, and he pointed at a door and he said that a man of paradise is about to walk in. And upon this, the Sahaba looked at the door and they witnessed an ordinary looking man walk in. And of course, they were startled by the words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to describe this man as a man of paradise. So upon that, the Sahaba did their due diligence, and some of them basically went towards this man in his home or wherever he was, and they offered to host him for 3 days just to see what he does, what makes him special for him to be considered as a man of paradise by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And upon that, for 3 days they hosted this man as he was a guest in the area. As a traveler he was. So what they did with it, they observed him for 3 days, and they realized that his character was great and his ibadah was great, his worship, but they were still trying to figure out what made this man so special that the Prophet ﷺ looked at the door and he said that a man of paradise is about to walk in. And upon that, after 3 days, they asked him, this is what the Prophet ﷺ said about you. So what is it about you that makes you a man of paradise? And he said, there's nothing I can think of apart from the fact that every night before I sleep, I forgive every single person and I sleep with a clean heart. And I just found this to be such a profound thing, such a profound piece of wisdom, and it's just so relevant. And I made this video. This is a quick video. I just wanted to make this because I read this and I thought, wow, subhanallah, if only we could apply this same thing. So I make a pledge to myself, and I have done, because I've read this before, by the way, and I have done since I read it many months ago, that I do this. I don't do it every night, but when I remember, I try and clean my heart every night with everyone, no matter what someone has done to me, no matter what someone has said to me, anything, you name it, I will forgive them. Purely, not because you could have an argument with someone, you could hate someone, but to forgive someone is always taking the best route in life. Is to be the bigger person, is to forgive someone for the sake of Allah. You may not like someone. I'm not saying you have to be friends or you have to be, you have to rekindle everything. You may not like people. You may not get on. Someone may have done you harm in the past. Someone may have done you in a way that you can't see past. You can't get on with someone. But to take the higher road is always to do things for the pleasure of Allah and do things for His sake. So I just found this to be such a profound hadith. I found it to be an amazing little way just to show you the gems in our religion. Look at how much we complicate things these days. Like, we have so much different discrepancies, and we have so much different disagreement. We have so much different disagreements, and one group says that they're on the haqq and another group says they're on the haqq, and we have all these kind of stuff that we do. But really and truly, the man of paradise was the man who forgives people before he sleeps. So look at that. How profound and beautiful is that? And I just had to share this because I just found it. I wish everyone could do this. So if you come across this video, just know Allah sent you here, because Allah sends people to places they can't even imagine, they can't fathom. You've been chosen to watch this video, and I've been chosen to make this video, and I was chosen to listen and read what I read and share it. Allah works in mysterious ways. So see this as a lesson, see this as a sign for you to let go of any bad blood between people. Not saying you have to be friends, not saying you have to be family, not saying you have to just take everything on the chin and forgive people no matter how bad they do you. No, what I'm trying to say is, at least for the sake of Allah, clean your heart and forgive people for His sake, despite what's happened, and then you will be happier. You will 100% be a happier person. You will look like a happier person. People will see your face radiate because you look like a man of great noble character. I just think this is the most important thing these days. People get into so many disagreements, and we live in a fast-paced world where everyone's fighting, everyone's disagreeing. I mean, debating is the most popular thing you can do these days, is win debates. It's like people love watching disagreements. You look at Speaker's Corner. Why does Speaker's Corner get so many views? It's because essentially it's two people arguing about something they don't agree with, and the topic they're talking about is something quite it's a substantial topic, it's a big topic, so it's like, wow, this is going to get the ears of people. But at the end of the day, to forgive people, to be a kind person, to be just, to be truthful, to be, just even kind, these are big factors that people don't really work towards, but they work towards learning about topics of knowledge where they can beat people in debates and make people look down and make people look low. I mean, don't get me wrong, debating against deviant following and what kind of stuff is important for people of importance like the scholars. How can you expect Allah's mercy upon our diseased hearts, our fraudulent hearts, the things we have done? How can we expect Allah to forgive us when we can't forgive people for small things? A lot of the times it's small things. Forget the big things, okay? Big things, I understand there's times where you can't get over certain things. Someone may have really done something to change your whole life and whatnot. There's plenty of things out there in the whole world. I'm not here to say like everyone has to be a saint now and everyone has to start forgiving each other and loving and whatnot. Even though that would be a great thing. It would be a great thing. But I understand there's context and situations. But I'm sure you understand my point here. My point isn't to be all lovey-dovey. My point is to, hold firm your character, hold firm your beliefs, and don't let people disrespect you. But at the same time, sometimes forgiveness is the best road. Look at what he said. A man of paradise is walking in. And who was that man? The Sahaba observed him, and there was nothing about him that they struck. Why did the Prophet ﷺ say this? And when they asked him, he said, I don't know. Maybe it's because before I sleep, I clean my heart and I forgive people. So like I said, if you want Allah to forgive you, if you want to impress Allah, if you want to serve Him in the best way, forgive your brother, forgive your sisters, forgive your family, forgive your parents, forgive your children, whatever it may be, forgive your friends, for Allah's sake. And I'm not saying forgive and forget and that's it, it's all done. I've already said this 10 times, I'm not going to keep going on. Forgive. Okay, learn the lesson. So okay, let me do this again. Someone's done you wrong completely to the point where the context is just too much. They've done you wrong. Learn the lesson. Keep them at arm's length. Understand that you can't maybe trust them in a certain way, but at the end of the day, the final thing, forgive them for Allah's sake, and you will purify your heart and you will become a better person. Forget them. You don't need to think, oh, they're going to get the satisfaction of getting my forgiveness. How can they? This is all your ego talking. It's all your ego is just destroying you. Your ego is stopping you from becoming a better person, and you need to really wake up and realize that. Smell the coffee and realize that. Anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on. I thought that was a great example of how simple we can make this deen if only we were to purify our hearts. But those people who say Islam is very simple and you guys make it complicated. Well, try and forgive someone. See how simple it is. See how simple it is. Ask yourself, ask your ego, are you capable of forgiving someone, of being kind, of having great character, of telling the truth? Are you capable? Ask yourself, look in the mirror and reflect and ask yourself, are you capable of these small, minor things? They seem so small. Being kind, that seems easy. Or just to forgive someone, that seems easy. Okay, try and do it then. And ask yourself where your state is. Where is your current state? Are you here, there, or there? Where are you? Find out where you are and then work on it. Look in the mirror and think, okay, currently I don't have the power to forgive people because I have some sort of pride and arrogance about me. Currently I can't be kind because I feel like I'm always right. I can't be kind to people who I think are below me. Ask yourself, find out exactly where you sit on the scale and then work to grow. Simple as that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.